Hey everyone!
Hey!
Hi there.
Heyo! Heyo!
Hello.
Hi
How you all
everyone.
doing, fuckos?
That's a swear.
Welcome. It is Wicked Frickin' Wednesday, guys. We're hitting it. We're hitting it.
So happy to be here. I'd like to thank my partner. I'd like to thank my gerbils. I'd like to thank my mum. And I'd like to thank Nikki Burke.
How's for you, Tom?
Guys, it's Wicked Wednesday, which means it's From the Ashes, which is our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. This is session 11, but if you're new here, we're going to catch you up real quick, so don't worry. Let's think. What we've got little bits of news. Join me and Michelle tomorrow for Dragon Age 2. We're starting our run of Dragon Age 2.
That's so exciting.
Yeah. And then Sunday we do a little bit of being a bunch of uncontrollable raccoons in Divinity Original Sin 2. And yeah, so we would also like to thank our ASMR moderators, Rooney Runes, Sweet Poison, and Atomic Flash. Super really grateful for all that you do. Mwah.
Yes, you are amazing. Sorry, I'm just sending photos of my gerbils to Sweet. Gerbils.
Oh my God! Tom, no, so bad.
Photos of my gerbils.
I'm trying to think of what other news we've got. I think Michelle's commissions are open if you want a frickin' beautiful character art. I have never been anything other than pant-wettingly excited by everything she's drawn for me. So but also in I always forget to do this, but our music that we use is by Ivan Dutch, who I'm super massively grateful to. Please go and check him out. His website is ivandutch.com, and he's also on Spotify. He makes stream-friendly, like D&D atmosphere music, and he's super fucking talented. And not only does he have tons and tons and tons of music, but also you can request, because he commissions a different song every month, and you can make requests. I made a specific request for a piece of music which you've not heard yet, he just fucking nailed it. So I can really, really highly recommend him. Thank you so much, Ivan Dutch. He's incredible. Okay.
You can hear it right now, before your very ears. It's incredible.
Before your very
My name's Ivan Dutch, and I'm here to guest on the stream.
What was that?
I think Nikki just had a stroke.
He's taking credit for someone else's talent. Please ignore him. It's not true.
Ignore Nikki, please.
Tom said you can hear him right now.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Hello. What's that, Ivan?
No.
Oh,
Fuck, they've got, I can't control them. Ivan, if you ever watch this, I'm so sorry. We're a very professional company. You can trust us with everything that you do. We're really grateful. Okay. Previously on From the Ashes, our friends were on the trail of some individuals who had been kidnapping and experimenting on people and trying to force magic into them, which is not good at all. Something which these guys are very intimately acquainted with. They liberated an individual, a halfling named Hannah, who has some unpredictable powers, as well as a boggle who was like an indentured slave in some way. However, they were also fooled into rescuing the torturer herself, disguised. In the middle of the night...
You're not all that jazzed about it.
Not all that jazzed. In the middle of the night, Cam, who is our Furbolg Barb, he discovered the ruse. And we are going to open our fight. A fight which I'm going to point out, some of us are sort of not really in the best place to engage with.
That's putting it mildly.
People be pooping.
People be pooping.
So,
Hey, people do just be pooping, guys.
PPP, guys.
Might
Always
happen.
remember, people
It just be like that.
pooping.
It just be like
Yeah,
that.
people
It just put like that. Number ones,
what's
number
the
twos.
sound like, guys? Let us know if the sound is okay. To me, Nikki and Michelle are kind of quiet, but that might just be me.
That may
So let's
just
know
be
if it's
you.
okay. Okay. Please do speak up because I honestly can't hear anything that you're saying.
Oh, okay.
So, unless there is anything else, let us shed this mundane existence like a snake freeing itself from dead skin and emerge to a life of imagination and dice rolling, fresh and shiny and new. So we've got in our initiative, the order is going. It was Treasure, but Treasure has disappeared into a cloud of red smoke after being eaten by Cam.
Treasure got crushed.
So, and Cam had his turn. It is now Surge's go. We're going to finish this round, Nyx, and then you and whoever else wakes up this round will roll to be a part of the initiative next round, if that seems fair to you.
Perfect, yeah.
Cool. Serge, what are you doing?
Pooping.
Your trousers are down by your ankles, so your movement is halved.
So
you have a
just-
poisoned condition.
God, we were talking about this just before stream. I don't think there's been. I think there may have been like 3 episodes where I haven't either been exhausted or poisoned, and I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
Tom, you've simply got to play the game better because
You've simply
it's a
got
different
to
reaction that you got last time, isn't it?
Darling, you can't win D&D, but you can definitely lose. Okay, cool. How far away am I from this absolute human phlegm that is the witch?
Okay. You are approximately 10, 20, 30. You're about 40 to 45 feet away.
Okay, cool. I think, in all honesty, all I really can do is I've not got many spells left. I think I'm just gonna, whilst clutching my stomach and trying to keep shit from splattering my bunched up trousers around my ankles, I'm just gonna sort of reach a hand out and hope that I don't fall back into my own feces, and cast Chill Touch at the little lady at disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
It's a ranged melee attack, right?
It's it's ranged. Yeah, it's ranged attack. Yeah.
Yeah, ranged attack. Sorry, that's my fault. Yes. So that is yeah. What are you getting? What's your?
Is that at disadvantage for poison? What is poison? It's attack rolls and
Pooping.
I mean, I don't think it's going to matter drastically anyway because I rolled a 9 and a
Pooping?
6. Pooping, yeah.
Attack rolls
so
and
that
ability
was
checks, yeah.
Unfortunately, that's an 11 to hit.
Yeah, that misses, and in fact, Cam, where you're standing with now like an empty hand raging, you see this kind of hand fly by the side of you and miss the person, miss the faux Lynette.
And I think I look down at, this is purely thematic, not for any sort of actual reason, but I look down at Nyx's sleep or trancing state, and I kind of mentally scream at her to get up. The witch is back.
Wonderful.
And that's my turn.
So that's your you're not
That's your
you're not
turn.
going to move. You're not going to. There's no bonus. Okay, cool.
What would you class pulling up my trousers as being? Assuming that I've shit my bowels out. Have I, Lydia? Have I shit the demons out yet? Have I shit the demons out
Um,
of my soul? Is my soul
next
exempt
round.
of poo and demons?
Next round, we'll roll a Constitution saving throw.
Nice one, thank you. Oh, generous and benevolent DM.
Oh God! Sometimes I'm fucking pissed. All right, it's her go.
I don't want to be.
She is still looking at you, Cam, with that fixed, cold, icy glare, and she ignores that hand, the kind of chill touch hand that goes straight past her, and you see her begin to cast and it's kind of a lot, this music, isn't it?
I'm so loving it.
Yeah, I know. I'm in it as well.
Quite honestly,
And this
it's
kind
of crying about shit.
This mist of insects begin to fly round her in like a whirlwind of little flies that seem to have like sharp-edged crystalline wings, and you hear that like this like high-pitched buzzing as it whirls round her in a kind of small whirlwind around her. And you also hear from the outskirts of the wood a kind of terrible cackling laughter, and these echoing words that you had heard just a few months ago going, "Let me go, you fucking cunt! Let me go, you fucking cunt!" As you hear these voices all the way round the outskirts of the little place where the encampment. That's her go.
Well, thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Next up, let's have initiative from
Next.
Nix.
I'm gonna use China's dice today.
Um,
Oh, fuck you. That's a 4 from Nyx.
oh, weird. The
we're
boggle
doing so
also
well.
rolled a 4. What's your? That's a 4 total, right?
Yeah, and my dex is a +2. Oh, that's a 5 from me actually. My proficiency went up, so that's +2, so I got 5.
Okay, you're still after the boggle, and let's see about Hannah. Oh my god, she rolled a 3. The beautiful dice that you got me have turned on me big time. Okay. New order.
Is Hannah being low in the initiative good?
Yes, we don't want her to go.
Oh yeah.
The order is Cam. Okay. Cam, Serge, Lynette, Faux Lynette, Boggle, Nyx, Hannah.
Cool.
So, Cam.
I will adjust that. Give me 1 second. Don't know what's happened there. There you go. Michelle should be louder now.
How's that? Am I louder?
Does
that work?
Cam doesn't have much he can do. His situation.
Don't you need to attack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, just sort of. Yeah. Cam's gonna rush forward and do attack. Do the attack.
Do.
I'm raging.
He's raging.
You're raging.
Le rage.
So I get 2 attacks. I'm going to do 2 claws and a tail.
Go, gadget,
Fuck me,
snap.
that's bad. 14.
14 hits.
Oh, thank God.
So if
Natural
you
20 on the
stepped
second
up,
hit.
you stepped up to her,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like there are some ouchies coming your way.
Claw, and then the next one is the tail. And that is another 14.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Give me all the damage. Tell me all the damage.
First, let's do math. So first attack.
Too soon for doo-doo jokes.
8 points of damage on the first attack. The second one is 15 points of damage. So we're at what's 8 plus 15 is 23. The third attack is 12. So that is 35 points of damage all told.
Ooh, yes.
Lovely sauce.
Just ripping into her. You see her, like, the robes that she was wearing, blood seeping through them as you are tearing into her skin and raking down her arms and legs, despite the fact that your hand is kind of shredded from that treasure.
Little shit.
However, because you
It's bad for
stepped
me.
into
14 is bad for me.
stepping towards her, you feel the kind of the sharp winged creatures that seem to be whipping around her, and you take 4 points of damage, piercing damage,
Sick, I can
as
take
they
that.
these cuts just appear across your face and shoulders.
I can take
And
that.
Little feckers.
just before we go on to Surge, the noises from the edges of the clearing intensifies, and I'm gonna use I have this little 3-sided dice which I'm gonna start to use for them. What were the numbers that I gave you, Tom? Your number 1, Michelle, your number 2, Nikki's 3.
Watch it be the one who's shitting his pants out.
Michelle, Nyx is just beginning to open her eyes and pull herself up to standing, having been rudely awakened from her trance. God, they're really poor. That was some poor rolls, but then also a natural 20. You suddenly see this from 4 different corners of the clearing. You see fireballs hurtling, volleying over to where you were sat.
I don't like that.
No, I hate that.
Also, I would just like to clarify that saying fireball is very different to saying other things. I'm just
Ball
saying.
of fire. What can I say? It's a ball of fire, so I call it a fireball. And I'm afraid one was a natural 20, one wasn't. So all in all, you take 15 fire damage as boom, boom, boom. You feel these balls of fire hurtling into you. Yes, Nikki.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt because of this thing still happens. But I'm going to use Sentinel. If a creature makes an attack against a creature other than yourself while within 5 foot of you, you can make 1 melee attack.
But I don't know
It's not the woman doing it.
Oh, sorry, it's not the woman doing it.
No, these fireballs are coming from the corner, from different space, from the corners of the from somewhere else.
I also have a question, but I have a feeling I know the answer. I haven't had time to rest and recover from. I'm not benefiting from a long rest, am I?
We were saying that everyone got a short rest.
Okay.
That is information. That is good information.
I would have allowed that for everybody because
That's what we said at the end of last stream.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Cam had that little time with the caterpillar and all of that kind of stuff. That would have been, caterpillar chats are equivalent to short rests.
Yeah.
I'm just very quickly gonna roll some hit die for that short rest. If
Yeah,
that's okay.
I'm just gonna roll 2 for that short
Come on,
rest.
guys. Yeah.
Because I'm already nearly dead.
Right, so that's
14.
that. Up next, why have I perpetually got the wrong notebook in front of me?
I'm super
Up next
still
is
not up to
Serge.
full hit points. Yeah, sick. So is the con save a free action or is it an action?
Sure is real free. Real free.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very kind of you. That was an 11 on the dice plus 5, so 16.
I mean, your stomach is absolutely pulling and really turning, but you're currently not evacuating your bowels.
Oh, ever so kind of you. Thank you ever so much. I think out of sheer fear and panic, at the sheer amount of bum bovril that's actually come out of my butt bisto that's come out of my arse, I am going to stay there for now, and I'm going to point again, really focusing on the cramping in my stomach that is happening right now, in a real visceral sort of painful experience. And I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on the bee, if possible. So can you roll an intelligence saving throw for me?
Yes, I sure can. That is an 18 on the dice and a 0 bonus.
Fuck me. Yeah, it does absolutely nothing, and I'm just going to stay there.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna, as a bonus action, if it's okay, I'm gonna pull up my trousers, if that's okay. That's a weird time for Erin to walk through the room.
To be fair, though, not the weirdest thing you said. In
Definitely not the weirdest thing I've said. No.
Okay. Up next is Folanet.
Folanet.
The best a man can get.
Folanet. The best Cam can get. No?
Rude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's a horrible witch woman that took up someone's body. She stole my rock.
She did steal your rock, and that's what I'm most angry about.
Everybody wants a rock to tie a piece of string around.
I think I'm still really quiet. Yeah, it's not picking me up.
It is. Cool.
That's fine.
She's going to with the staff that she has in her hand, just tilts it towards you. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please? Sorry, Mile, would you please roll a wisdom saving throw?
No.
I don't know why you can't tell by my eye contact, Nikki, when I'm speaking to you. Fucking hell.
I'm also fully not looking at the screen that you're on, so because my camera's here and you're over there for me.
What a
Wisdom save. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
It's not a you problem.
Oh, 10.
She just takes this this staff that she has and tilts it towards you. She just says, "Grovel."
Oh, I hate her. I absolutely fucking hate her. Oh my god.
And you find yourself commanded to drop and beg for her forgiveness. And that's your next round. second. God, I feel so
Oh
guilty.
God.
This is why I don't usually really make out and out bad people. I feel so bad. Okay.
To be fair, it's refreshing to know that we're on the side of right for once. So thank you for that, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Shucks. Okay, so that is her action, and she's going to move away and sort of circle a little bit round the campfire, taking advantage of the fact that Cam is incapacitated for a round. Up next is
Boggle?
Boggle.
Go on, Boggle.
The Boggle is going to start running towards her. Start running towards her and stand and like hold onto her skirts like a little child, like looking right up at her and just giving eye contact to her, goes and you just see sweating out of every pore is this black like sticky tar liquid that begins to pool at their feet, and she is quite like horrified and hasn't really seen this before. A save. Oh fuck, she really fails. So she is now stuck to that point, and after it's done, the Boggle just like backs away and like waves to her and steps away.
What a little creep. I love him.
Okay, up after the Boggle is Nyx.
Cool. As she stood up and she just got hit with those balls of fire, which
she's not Lynette. Faux Lynette is only really about 10 feet away from you right now, in a puddle of goo.
Okay. Well, can I take? If I took I want to move away from her, but not if that's putting her. If that then puts Hannah in her line of sight, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather move to be sort of in front.
I think
of
where
Hannah.
you were, you can kind of back, which would you have two choices. You can either kind of try and distract her by moving right away, or you can move backwards, keeping yourself in front of Hannah. Because at the moment, Hannah's behind you about 15-20 feet.
Okay.
So you could keep moving that way, hoping to be like in the way, or you could move in a completely different direction, which could mean that you are opening up the line of sight for her to see her.
I'm not going to do that. She's just gonna take 5 foot of movement backwards, backing away, and then she's gonna clutch her hands to her chest, and she's gonna form this like white ball of light, and then just throw it out. And I'm using Twilight Sanctuary, so there's like a 30-foot sphere of light just appears around Nyx.
Ooh, I was about to say, have we been making sure, because this is just pre-dawn, so we've got to make sure those that don't have dark vision. So what does Twilight, tell me all about Twilight Sanctuary quickly.
So, the sphere is centered on you. It's a 30-foot radius and it's filled with dim light, so it's light for everyone now. Everyone should be able to see that it moves with me, and it lasts for a minute until I'm incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including me, ends its turn in there, I can grant it either 1d6 plus 4 temporary hit points, or end an effect on it of either charmed or frightened.
Holy shit.
Extremely good. Extremely good. I don't know if you're 30 feet from Cam. I don't think you are.
That's fine. It would have to be on the end of his turn anyway, and by that point he should get up, because it only lasts a turn, I think. But I'm pretty sure that's all I can do as a I don't have anything left as a bonus action. But I'm just going to turn to Hannah, turn behind me and say, it's gonna be okay, we've got this, just hide. And then I'm gonna turn and look back Lynette in the eyes. Fucking daggers.
As you turn back and look Lynette in the eyes, she follows where you were looking and keeps her eyes fixed on Hannah.
Okay. Well, I assume she...
I mean, it's not like Hannah was a secret.
Yeah, exactly.
But...
Like, right? I was like, oh fuck, I've blown it. I was like, no, she's literally been travelling with us. She knows she's there.
She's been travelling? She had her locked in a fucking cage.
No, I mean, Hannah and Lynette were moved with us. And then, yeah, I'm gonna, because I've ended my turn in my sphere, I'm giving myself some temporary hit points. That's a 2, but that's 6 temporary hit points, which ain't nothing. So yeah, I don't know if people know when they end in my 30 foot, but if they do, let me know and I'll give you some temporary hit points.
How are you looking for hit points right now, Nix?
Half.
Cool.
Better now. Actually, I've got the 10 HP. I'm doing okay.
Nice.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Hannah, who was still sort of lying down, begins to scramble back, and she kind of hops over a fallen log and starts to. You sort of see her terribly thin legs from underneath the dress that she was wearing, scrabbling at the dirt, trying to hide behind a thing. Yeah, so she's... you sort of see, Nix, perhaps you might see this because of your proximity, maybe also Serge sees this. You see this kind of cloaking of dark energy, like rippling over her, over the bits of painfully thin arm and leg that you see. There's this kind of black energy roiling around it as you just sort of see her hands on the top of the log, like looking over it. Cool. That's at the end of the round, so back to the top. Cam.
So Cam is going to drop to the floor like immediately as his rage fades away, his last rage. He's gonna be like full sobbing. So, he's sick, Ross, he's so sorry, he's let them out, he's no zap, the chamomile, he's so sorry, his chamomile is big, he's stupid, he's so sorry, he's please.
How do you feel now, bitch?
Please,
Honestly,
no, please
real
not this
shitty.
up, please not this up, please. Chamomile, he's sorry, he's sorry, his chamomile is stupid, he's down, he's sorry.
Okay, roll it. I think you just come out of it after a round, don't you?
Yeah, but that's his last rage, and he is fully just like doubled over on the floor, crying.
Okay, moving on.
Can Nix or Serge have Cam's rage?
I mean, spiritually, yes. Mechanically, fuck no.
Okay.
I mean, how
Nick,
else is a
now
spell
that-
like Command going to affect someone like Cam? Like,
Nix, from where you are, having been hit, you know, there's parts. Oh, Malloy, no, we're not right now, darling.
Treasure's here. Treasure's back.
Fucking
Malloy heard what you were doing to Cam. He's come to save
I will
Cam.
fight you, mother.
Nix, you see out the corner of your eye this this creature like running from one bush to the next. It is small, it is red, it has hoops of brass through its skin, and it is like cackling as it runs, and you just hear it say in the exact voice of Treasure, "Let go of me, you fucking cunt!" And like running, and it just, as it runs over its shoulder, looks at you, smiling with this horrendous demonic grin, and it lobs over the back of its shoulder a firebolt at you. That
This
is
bitch.
a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, you take 10 fire damage. For the remaining hits, I'm going to go back into the dice. That is sadly another 2.
So many
I'm
number
so
twos in
sorry.
this episode.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Who knows? They could all miss. They don't though. They don't. That is 2 hits.
Oh no.
Okay. That's 7 more fire damage. As you just from and Serge, you see this as well. These little kind of fire bombs are being hurled from, like, some of them are even from behind you across the full length. For some reason, they are gunning for your girl.
I hate it.
And that's their go. And now it is Bolinet, who cool, is going to cast Eldritch Blast on Cam.
It's
I
at
believe-
disadvantage because he's currently prone.
Fantastic. It would have been double dis. It would have been a miss anyway. So that's her go. Oh no, because 2 bolts. That's also a miss. So she fires off 2 red and black Eldritch Blasts, and they both ping ping off the floor next to the sad sobbing chamomile. Great. Up next is the Boggle, who lifts up the sheet that Nyx was sleeping in, steps into the sheet, and the sheet just drops. And like a little magic trick, the Boggle is gone.
I love it.
Next, it's your go.
Shit, it's my go.
Did we miss a go from me?
It is Serge's go. I'm sorry. I don't know why I have to write the initiative order in such tiny fucking writing, because then I can't see it from where I'm sat.
Sorry. I think Serge is going to look down at where Cam is and say, "Come on, buddy, we love you. Get up. Come on, we can do this." And give you bardic inspiration. And then I think I am gonna look at the bitch, and I think I'm just gonna chaos bolt her. I'm gonna cast chaos bolt on her, if that's okay. It is still at disadvantage because fuck you, lids. I hate you. That was a nat 20. God, so annoying. So fucking annoying. That came off the table. That was a 15. Plus 5 is a 20. Does that hit?
Unnatural 20 does.
Yeah.
Hit, yeah.
Amazing. So first D8 for the damage. That is 6. So that will be poison damage. I'm basically flinging my own feces at her.
You're
Essentially.
capuching her. Capuching.
So that's 6. That's
Magical
another
arse
6.
slop.
Yeah, 12 plus 1d6, which will be 15 points of pooey damage.
Beautiful. You see that that magical acid like hit her and begin to like sizzle through her throat, and you can see like the tendons and like the airways and tubes in her neck as it just burns all the way through, and she You can like hear the bubbling through her throat.
Is Serge within 30 feet of me?
No, he hasn't moved. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
That's fine. That's cool.
Although, actually, sorry, this is an addendum, and it's not to get the aura or anything like that. I think I will go to take something out of my bag and start running towards the woman.
Because
Having
you did
seen,
pull your trousers up, so you've got full movement if you want it. You're welcome to.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd see this moonlight. You knew that she cast it.
yeah, amazing. I'll sort of like waddle over, kind of really sort of painful Eye of Sauron going on.
God, I'm just making a mental note to myself that I have to go in to my lore file and make like moisture wipes, invent them in the world for this.
The wizard can do made millions of gold.
Yeah. How close can I get to her? As a rough.
I'd say.
estimate.
Let me just. Sorry. I'd say.
Sorry, I could have probably done this myself.
You can get within 10 or 15 feet of her.
Do that. I'll get all the way up as close as I can to her, if possible.
Okay, cool. And that's your full go?
Thank you. That's my full go.
Grab them points. Up next is Nyx.
Yeah, sweet. Nyx looks real rough, and she knows she needs to stay up because she can't. Cam's struggling right now, and he saved her last time, so she needs to save him this time. However, she's looking really bad, so I'm going to do a Cure Wounds at 2nd level on myself. To heal for, well, that wasn't a great roll. 10 hit points. It's summon. As a bonus action, can I throw my poison sweets out?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like empty my pockets.
Yeah.
Launch them into the forest as a bonus
You
action.
get a Tani, and you get a Tani, and you get a Tani.
Yeah, I'll do
Cam, you take 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage as a sweet hits you in the eye. I'm kidding. I'm not that much.
and
No sweets for Cam though.
then I'm gonna edge towards Cam so that he can be in my aura.
Nice.
Cool.
Um,
Beautifully.
Cool. Well,
Beautifully done.
I'm gonna give roll and give myself some temporary hit points too.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've got like nearly 40.
Well, I rolled a 1, so
It's still 5, isn't it?
it's just 5 temporary hit points, but
It's something.
I would like more. That's my turn.
Okay. It's gonna go. You don't know what she does.
I hate her so much. I hate her so much.
No, you don't know what Hannah does. I mean, you might hate Hannah as well.
Oh,
But,
Hannah. Oh yeah, no, I hate that bitch. For once, I am not adopting your NPCs. Surge needs adopting.
Okay, so that's the end of the round. Top of the round. Can, you're back.
Kalmal is going to, on all fours, scramble behind the nearest tree and attempt to hide.
Okay. Roll a hide check.
He is, I think he's just genuine. Oh, he rolls so bad. Oh.
He's just holding like a branch with some leaves on it over his face.
It's a 5 total.
Yeah, I think Cam might take that leaf out that the caterpillar gave him, and he's trying to like hide behind that under the premise of like if I can't see them, they can't see me.
He's doing that thing that kids do where they close their eyes extra tight. So.
Yeah.
Are you still in my aura though?
I mean, I don't know. I think I can be within
Like
the
it's
aura.
pretty big. It's 60 foot by 60 foot.
I think I can be within the aura.
Yeah.
And behind a tree. I don't think that's.
Yeah. Take some.
Have some temporary.
Goodness, if you want.
Super don't need them.
I know,
appreciate
but I
it.
rolled pretty okay, so you get 8 temporary hit points. Yeah. Not the best.
What do you mean not the best? Okay, I have like.
I can give 10 if I roll a 6.
Oh yeah, I've got 45 hit points right now.
Oh, want to share them out?
Would love to. Yeah, Cam's doing a hide.
Okay, Cam's hiding. Okay.
So you are hiding there, Chamomile. You, a volley of fire comes your way this time.
He's not out.
Fuck them. I hate them.
Me too.
No, it wasn't. No, that's right.
He fully
That
doesn't
is
see it coming
16 points of fire damage.
16, yeah.
16 points of fire damage as this cackling is still like doing the rounds. And you do just hear
Excellent.
Okay, Serge, it's your go.
I think Serge looks over at Nyx and is super worried about how she's looking, because I don't think she's looking particularly well right now. And I will say, Nyx, we need you. Don't go anywhere. And as I say that, I'm going to cast Healing Word as a bonus action at second level for 2d4 plus 3. So I'm just going to roll them for you. That's a 4 and a 2, so 6 plus 3. It's not much, but it's 9.
That's good for me. That's
of healing. As I take out a small rod out of my pack, and as the top of the rod sort of like ignites in electricity, I thrust it at the woman in front of me the first time. That's a 15.
Being used. Ooh.
And that's a nat 20. My God! Oh, Lydia!
Yes.
I've
The
rolled 2 nat
poetry
20s.
of it.
Oh my God, I hate it.
Wait,
okay.
why are you rolling at disadvantage?
Because I'm still poisoned.
Oh,
You can't cure
I
it.
can't cure it, I can't.
I'm still quite literally butthurt. So that's a 15 all told.
Yeah.
Does that hit? Okay, sick. So she's going to take not
It's
a huge
not
amount of
attack
damage.
rolls.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Attack rolls are I checked.
Oh, it is. Sorry, I get confused with this.
So that's 3 minus 1, so 2 points of damage. But can you make a Constitution saving throw for me? You're gonna beat it.
Rolled a 4, but a bonus of 4 makes it an 8.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be so fucking mad. So
as I
fucking mad.
thrust it into her rib cage, she just goes completely rigid and is stunned for a round.
The fucking poetry of it. I am livid.
Hey guys, I've had this item for the entire fucking game. I just haven't wanted to use it for story reasons. How fucking
Okay.
good.
The cattle prod is turned against its master, and she is stunned for a round. Fuck, I was just about to really do a good round with her as well. Okay, well, is that your full round? That's your full go.
My full round. That's bonus action, and movement to get all the way up to her.
Okay. Volinet is just stunned. I'm guessing it just breaks after the round, or does she doesn't roll again?
For a round, Onyx is yeah, it's just for a round.
Okay. Boggle is hiding. Next.
I feel like she can see Cam trying to hide and having just taken damage. Serge has just done this to Lynette, and I feel like she's got to take advantage of that. So I'm going to do a second level guiding bolt at her, because it'll be at advantage.
Do it. Gimme.
Come on!
A bolt after midnight.
Oh, I'm so scared. Right, well, it might still be.
the underwhelm there.
It's a 15.
Real. Oh,
Roll advantage.
15 hits.
Yeah, but it was the frustration of rolling at advantage and not rolling great. Sweet. So I said a second level guiding bolt, so that's 5d6 points of damage, which is 15 points of radiant damage to Lynette as Nyx just like pulls the power down from like the moon and like stores it in her hand and then like fucking shoots it out at her. Right in the chest.
Incredible. She has taken a fucking pummeling.
But I am out of second level spell slots now.
I'm glad I had a good damage round.
Yeah, I'm really
Early
glad
on.
you did. I can't do anything as a bonus action, so I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna roll. My temporary hit points don't stack, but I'm gonna give myself some more to see if I roll better this time.
Okay, that sounds fair. Yeah,
Oh, I rolled another one, so it did nothing. Only good rolls.
You love to see it.
Get in the bin.
Okay, if you're done, it's Hannah's go. And you just hear her scream, "No!" And
Just hide. Don't do anything.
this crackle of blue energy lances out and hits Volinet and seems to kind of, this lightning seems to bounce around her, adding to the, well, not adding to the stun, but she's taken in a stun and she's being lightninged. And that lightning just sort of keeps going around her. Now let's just do a quick.
You love to see it.
Okay. Up next, Cam.
Hearing the telltale zapping noise of the cattle prod, I think like after being hit by the fire bombs and everything, and hearing the telltale zapping rods, and just sort of like hearing the encouraging words from Serge, I think he's gonna get up and he's gonna rush her. Lydia, I'm gonna use my 2 attacks to knock the staff from her hands and grapple her. And because she's stunned, she fails all strength checks automatically. She is disarmed and grappled.
Oh.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
I mean, it doesn't
it's
seem right,
wonderful.
but I'm realizing that's just because I don't want it to be so. Wait, so hang on a second. You ram her.
So
Why
I
does
have
she
2 attacks.
fail?
I have 2 attacks, and I can disarm her and grapple her, and they're strength checks, and she fails both of them automatically.
How
She's stunned.
far?
She's stunned
She's fucking
currently.
stunned.
Yeah.
But Cam is behind her, like arms around her, with his eyes still like firmly shut. Now he's got her.
I hate it.
You do take another 4 points of slashing damage
We'll take it.
from the sharp flies.
From the bugs.
From them bugs.
But because I have been rolling her concentration. Fuck. Okay, well you now I guess I can have. Well, I'm on the wrong thing.
I'm a piece of shit.
I'm still a piece of garbage.
You now have in your hands, as well as holding her on the ground next to her, is this rod, which, Serge, you're not too far away, and you have just used your zap stick. You look at the rod as it clatters to the ground, and it's not a million miles away from what you're holding in your hands, but it looks more whole. It looks, looking at the thing that's in your hand, the thing that you're holding is like a piece, almost like a driftwood kind of thing. And what hers looks like is the same sort of twisted piece of wood, but a little bit longer and a little bit kind of better made, essentially.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Is that your full go? God damn you.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, no, you haven't. Do you want some more temporary hit points?
Well, I mean, I just took damage.
Oh, yeah, they'll have some more temporary hit points.
Instead, can you thematically remove frightening from me?
I can. I actually was going to say I could do that. But
Yeah, it mechanically does nothing, but it's very cute.
I'm just going to make you feel more calmer because you're in my, the, like, cool moonlight calms you and you're not frightened.
Love
You
it.
just you feel the gentle, cooling,
The emboldening
calming
friendship of my
gaze
good friends.
of the
I love
of the
nuts.
god in the moon, the face
And
in the
I
moon,
also
the
love
man in the moon.
My close good friends. Get people done there. It's a vibe.
Incredible.
From Serge, from behind Nyx, you see this tiny little red creature with this huge smile, and you see it like running out with like a kind of foaming mouth and fire bursting out of its arse as it like and
I've given it the shit.
propelled forward by its fiery, gassy arse.
You frankly
it's-
love to see it.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not going to ask you to roll insight on this particular moment, but it looks like it's really enjoying it. It doesn't actually look hurt or upset by it. It's almost sort of inspired
What
by
a
the
fucking
situation it's
sadist.
found
That's
itself in.
disgusting.
It is sort of found a new lease on life and certainly a new walking speed.
Oh,
And it's in doing so, it casts a spell on you. Can you please roll a wisdom saving throw?
me?
Yeah.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Do it.
Is this at disadvantage as well? Poison?
Yeah, you're poisoned,
No.
baby. Wisdom. Excuse me. Yeah, it is. Look at. I mean.
This ain't good.
No, you're not. I'm not on saving throws.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just,
good.
Attack rolls and ability checks.
Thank God, because I rolled a 17 and a 9. So that's a 17.
As you see this thing happen, you are gripped by just how incredibly funny it is, and you begin to laugh at it, and you almost fall over laughing, and then you're just like, no.
No.
This is actually very serious. You've got work to do, and
Yeah.
so you are not incapacitated and then made prone by Tasha's hideous laughter.
And
But
Kevin's.
the other three are going to attack, and it is going to actually be Surge.
Here we go.
So, to fight the other three. Ooh, that's 2 hits. And it is.
Michelle's session notes so far just say, fight Lynette. In very nice handwriting, but
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Good. Sounds about right.
You take 10 points of fire damage from the other little beasties as fire bolts come bouncing out of the tree line.
Cool.
Cool.
You fucker.
And then that is now it's her go. She's no longer. It's Surge's go. Surge's go.
Is it my go?
Surge's go. It is.
I don't want to be sort of like pushing in, but okay, cool. In that case,
You are not. It's me getting it wrong every fucking time.
I'm assuming that the guiding bolt aura has been spent now, well and truly.
What do you mean?
Because guiding bolt gives advantage to an attack.
It does.
Technically,
I forgot that.
Technically, there's been a lightning bolt type thing, and there's also been 2 special attacks that aren't necessarily attacks. If that makes sense.
I didn't use them, so you can have them if you want them.
You sure?
I didn't use it either because it's an auto fail.
Yeah.
Sick. Well, I will happily take it, and I will take it.
Be my guest.
I'll take it for Chaos Bolt, and that sort of balances it out to a normal roll.
Perfect.
So I'm going to Chaos Bolt her right in the face, I hope. For a 16 plus 5 is 21. I need to check the damage type. That is 7, so psychic. So 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 4 is 17 points of psychic damage to this trollop.
How what does it look like when you end? Wait, what is the damage? Because I'm really hoping that you don't hurt Cam because he's holding her.
No, so it's 17 points of psychic damage.
Psychic is great. What does it look like?
I think I see her. We're gonna get dark. I see her sort of go to say something, and I just put my hand over her mouth, and sort of like dig my sort of nails into her a little bit. And as I do, she starts to see just like my face start to kind of melt off my skin, and my tendrils start to become like actual kind of octopus tentacles as they kind of like in her mind sort of grip onto her, and she basically dies of a heart attack. As I say, you deserve every single moment of this. Fuck you. Into her face. That's it.
And with blood streaming from her eyes and ears, she crumples and is a floppy carcass, essentially, in Cam's arms.
What?
Purse.
What did you hear? But that's not the end of it. It does mean that straight after Surge's go.
Oh, can I give Surge some temporary hit points?
It's Nyx's go.
Okay. First Surge, you get 6 temporary hit points.
Thank you very much.
They don't stack, so if you've still got your last lot.
No, I lost all of them, so thank you.
I thought so. It's my go. I am going to. I guess it's sort of a bonus action. Seeing her crumple to the ground and having seen the little things like run around like little fucking gremlins. Nyx is gonna do some target practice. She's gonna scoop up her longbow and grab an arrow and just like aim it at
yes,
whatever.
There's definitely the one that came out, frankly, like a fucking motorbike with flaming exhaust. Is about to 15 feet from you, so you can see that one fairly clearly.
Cool. Oh well, that's a 12.
Sorry, I'm just double checking. No, that misses.
Cool. That's what I thought. Shit. Then I'm just going to give myself some more temporary hit points and
Hope that you roll better than a 1.
hope that I roll better than a 1, because frankly that's all I need.
You roll another 1.
I rolled a 2. You know, we're getting there. We're getting there.
It's about the grind,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
It's
if I
about
just
it's
keep
about
rolling.
slogging through it and coming out the other end a stronger person.
And again, I'm going to turn around to Hannah and just be like, it's okay, it's okay. Don't try and cast anything. We've got this. And that's my turn.
You just kind of see her shaking, and her hands are like up to cast, but she just sort of puts them down, and like holds on, like gripping the skirt that she's wearing.
Is that her turn?
Yeah, it's her turn. Yeah.
Just because in a similar thing I did to Cam, I'd like to do the like kind of try and calm her down so she's not so frightened with my aura.
That is very appreciated. And I think I've just double checked the spell that means that these little fuckers are running around. And I think because she's down, they disappear in a puff of red smoke. So that is that, and you are left in the morning. Just the sky is beginning to color a little bit with a bit of sun showing. Not quite dawn, but getting close to it. And you're out of initiative.
Caramel would like to wrap Nix and Serge up in a big hug.
Oh, I hug them both back, and I check over any wounds they have. Do either of you need healing?
He's okay. He was just scared. His maybe he thought he saw Sigros again, and Caramel was scared.
No, he's dead. He's definitely dead. And you, Serge?
He's gone. And so is this, whatever she was. I don't want to call her a person.
She's a big meanie.
She's a big meanie.
Out from under the sheet, the boggle like climbs back out and steps like towards you guys, like looking at the like crumpled mass on the ground.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Done?
Oh, God, that was, that honestly scared whatever shit I had left in me out of me. Sorry. I think it's done. I hope it's done, to be honest. Are you okay?
I'm sorry I was not more helpful. I'm struggle with my courage sometimes. Goes back over to the puddle that they were sleeping in and like sits down and puts their large hands on their tiny little knees and sort of looks. I was quite afraid.
He's okay. His chamomile was afraid too. It's okay to be scared.
And Hannah, how are you doing?
She's standing there. She's still like holding onto her dress, but she's looking, and the black like roiling energy that was like moving over her skin has sort of dissipated, and she sort of looks into each of your faces, and says, "Will it ever be over? Thought we were free of that."
Look, without wishing to get too heavy, I think it's fairly safe to say, at least in our experience, that as long as we're here, it's not going to be over. In the sense that we have been affected by these people. They are always going to be with us in some way or another. But I think what I've learned at the very least, and I look at the other two, is that we can use that to help others in our situation, to help stop this from happening again. Listen, my stomach fucking hurts so badly. Can I just... I'm just going to lie down again, if that's all right. Can I very quickly just... So, looking at the hag, or whatever she was...
Yeah, does she change shape, like, now? Does she still look like Lynette, or does she look...
No, she dropped the way that she looked the moment... essentially, in that round, I mean, this is maybe a bit inconsequential, but in that round where... before we rolled initiative, where Cam took rage and she was casting summon demon, she dropped her disguise self,
okay,
essentially. So all the way through that fight she looked like the older human woman.
okay.
Can Nyx loot the body?
Of course you can.
Cool, thanks.
I think if it's okay, I'm immediately going to go over to that staff thing that she had, and if it's still there.
I mean, you pick it up. It is essentially, I think you can see it in, if you want to go into your D&D Beyond, I don't know if you're able to do that, but it's called the Rod of the Master.
Okay, that sounds fucking terrifying. What's your
24 investigation.
24?
Yeah. I used some guidance.
Let the moon guide.
There is a jeweled necklace around her neck that looks interesting to you. There's also this like twisted chained headband that she's wearing. She had a wand sort of tucked into the cuff of her sleeve that she was using. You know, she wasn't holding the wand, but it was like in her hand, like in the palm of her hand.
Up.
She was.
Yeah, I think she was.
Now we are.
She also has
a gun.
Two guns.
A gun.
Cam has two guns.
There's no fucking gun. Two very small hand axes. Like you know, in like the 60s they made tiny little lady guns that women could put in their like suspender belt. This is like tiny lady hand axes.
Do you mean are they the toffee hammer equivalent of a hand axe? They're for cutting down chocolate logs.
A little bag of sand.
A bag of sand. Love a bag of
Bag
sand.
of sand.
A orb.
An orb.
Horb.
Orb. Oh,
Orb.
is it like the
Horbs.
the?
They look. It looks a little bit like them, but it can fit in the palm of your hand rather than it's like. It's in this weird little sling that's attached to her belt.
Okay.
But it would fit in the palm of your hand if you were to hold it. She's got bits and pieces, like she's got this grotty little like satchel, and inside it there's an awful lot of like parchment and ink, and one of the pieces of parchment is rolled up and is written on it. Looks like a kind of scroll.
Okay.
What else? There's some. She's wearing her like disgusting swampy dress is actually like this oiled, thick thing, which, you know, mechanically is the same as studded leather armor, but it is this sort of grufty dress.
Oh.
Leave it.
Ooh, but I need it.
But the aesthetic.
I was about to say.
But maybe I could take it to someone to like
The
fashion
oil.
into something. No, I don't mind that it's like.
Yeah, because we've got money to get leather armor refashioned.
Can I look at it and try to prestidigitate it to make it look slightly nicer, or is it just part of its magic is that it's fucking gross?
When this woman got this dress tailored, she was asking for this exact look.
Okay.
She knew what
Fucking
she wanted
gross.
in her aesthetic, and she fucking wore it.
I mean, fair enough.
Gross.
Later,
I mean, I
fair
can
enough.
respect it to a
Yeah.
certain extent.
Just living my goo core aesthetic, like.
Maybe the Boggle will want a dress made out of this. I feel like it would go with his aesthetic.
Okay. Okay, sick. I think I'm gonna look at this rod. How big?
Staff.
I always imagine rods to be about this big, and this one is a little bit longer. It's like that.
Just to clarify, this is rod, not staff, yeah?
It's a rod, yeah.
Oh, that was
Cool.
staff.
Because there's staff of the master and then there's rod of the master, and I've put
It's
rod.
not. It's not. It's rod. It's.
Sorry, love a little bit of admin, hey. I think okay, sick. I think I'm gonna look at that and sort of gonna look to these two and say, I'm really sorry, but I need to fight whatever I'm dealing with off. Is it okay if I go back to sleep for a bit?
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry, darling. I can't do anything to help you right now. If you still feel dicky in the morning, though, I can sort you out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think I'm just gonna sort of kick the body and then sort of slink off next to the sort of puddle of ooze, but not in it, and just kind of fall asleep next to the boggle, I think.
Oh.
It's lucky that you can breathe in liquid as well as air. Yeah, just slide into his puddle and just start breathing it in.
Can I prep the body in some way? This may sound a bit morbid, but Nyx thinks these things ahead. I just want to wrap the body and prep it so that we can put it on the fire before we go.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because I'm not carrying this body back to the house to burn.
Yeah.
I was gonna leave it for the fucking crows. I'm not giving this bitch a huge amount. I'm also asleep. Shut up, Tom.
Chamomile, darling, are you okay?
He's the smell.
Have you got what Serge has?
He's not.
There is such a collection of aromas around. Like, if it's not one thing, it's the fucking other. It is a fucking wild nasal ride. Right now.
God, there's nothing I
His
can do about
his
this.
chamomile just feels silly.
Oh, why do you feel silly, darling?
His was tricked. His chamomile said his chamomile. This is my favorite rock, and she took it, and chamomile was like he's maybe has a new friend, but then it was just mean trick, and then he thought maybe he was a cross, and he made it feel like chamomile's hot. He fell and he fell out, and he's just chamomile felt this big. Felt so small, and he's just
It's scary, right?
He's just been a big day, and
It's
he's
been a
very
very-
tired.
It's been a very big day. Look,
Please, thank you.
she tricked us all.
Please,
Okay.
thank you.
Are you okay?
Please, thank you.
Okay, you don't need to thank me. I
You
haven't
hear
done
from
anything.
across the campfire, you just see the kind of rounded back of Hannah, who's like held up facing away, and you just hear her voice say, "You do have a new friend."
See? There, look, Hannah's a new friend.
So his Chamomile is sorry if he made you feel like he was not his friend. His was just his Hannah did not do the betray.
No, exactly. And Hannah did a great job. You did a great job. You know, we all did the best we could. And
She like rolls over and looks at you guys and goes, I didn't kill any of you, did I?
exactly. Didn't kill us, didn't kill yourself. You didn't great job. You did a great job, honestly. And Cam, you know, when you get all like and growly and stuff, you know, you really save our bacon. You do.
Yes, I know. He's just maybe someday. I don't know. I think I need to go to sleep.
Okay, right. Come settle down.
Yeah, I think Cam's just gonna go to sleep.
I'm gonna make sure Cam can go to sleep.
You guys can level up in this long rest. I mean, I know, Nix, this is no, you are getting a long rest as well. What will happen?
I'm happy to not to, because once Cam is asleep and once everyone's asleep, Nix is staying awake. I will take the point of exhaustion.
Oh, you absolute honey.
I mean, because technically you've had your you wouldn't take exhaustion because you had 4 hours because someone else took a watch, didn't they?
Yeah, but I think it happened.
You took the first watch.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I'm
so
on
I
it. You've had
haven't.
a
I
short rest.
haven't. So I will take it. And then have Cam carry me like a child tomorrow, and Trance then. No.
But you can level up, but what you can't do is get your hit points back.
Yeah.
Just yet.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So,
Guys, I'm just saying, out of character, this fucking rod is kind of scary.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you cast Identify on it? Do you have that spell?
yeah, you don't know what it can do yet.
Okay.
I don't know what it can do myself.
That's fine.
But
Because I don't think
Yeah,
anyone's got Identify, right?
I'm not going to be using it anytime soon. No, I don't currently. I might now.
Just because I've got some things that I'm like, they probably do something, but
I don't know whether bards can get it. If they can, that's on my agenda.
they definitely can.
this
Bards
time round.
definitely can get it.
Sick.
If
Because
anyone wants
apart
to
from scouts,
roll
I've got a bunch
their
of stuff.
new HP, that'd be fun.
Have done.
Let's see.
I rolled a 12.
How?
Well, I rolled a d12, which helped.
Yeah, dude.
Ready for 2?
That's at least twice that you have rolled max
Yeah.
fucking HP.
Right, come on, Mona. I'm gonna roll my Mona
Camar's
dice.
got one thing, and it's a lot of heart.
Yeah.
He's all meat.
I rolled a 6, which I think
Hey.
is the
Hey!
base anyway. But still.
No, 5 is
All right,
basically-
if it's okay, while you're doing all your other bits and bobs, Nix, just quickly roll me a watch check.
Cool.
Oh,
Uh,
I was getting ready for some good Moonwife action. Alas.
I'm awake.
You are beset
Oh, yeah,
by
of course you are.
wolves.
Oh, that was nearly in that 20, but that is a 14, 15, 17. Oh, 24.
Despite being so burnt to shit,
Yeah.
just your beautiful black armor and your beautiful shirt and everything, which they're singeing all around, you feel like there's a clarity that comes with sitting there and your friends being asleep and just seeing all these these bodies breathing, and you've done there's something involved in that prep work with the body that sort of makes you feel it's not a nice job to do, but there is something that sort of feels right about it. That's there's a kind of ritual to it that feels
like I've done it before.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like when Yvain kisses you on the forehead and your head instinctively goes to meet it. It's not like that.
Okay, yeah.
It is, but there is something about the ritual of work done in the name of, that you can't help but to think of the moon when you're doing work with her and thinking about she's not going to that have whatever. You're just thinking a lot, and it ends up making you feel very present in the jungle, and you're in this weird headspace of thinking, of listening and looking and preparing, and the moon is no, it's morning now. The moon's not really it could be present, but the sun is beginning to shine. Or you probably should have rolled that at disadvantage now that I think about it, but we'll say that a lot of that is.
It would have been the same because I rolled a 17 that
time. And the warmth on your skin isn't really terrible. You just sit in the shade of a tree and listen and watch and just let the time roll by. And many hours pass, and there are moments when you sort of make a little bit of food for yourself. The boggle wakes at one point and helps you stoke the fire back up to lit.
Just don't touch me.
Don't worry, darling. I'll help her.
Thank you, darling.
And just get some dry vines that had fallen and sort of uses it as kindling, and is actually really proficient at making some breakfast. You pull out some of your jerky, and the boggle goes, "Oh, not again, please," and sort of takes some other bits and pieces and starts making a kind of mishmash of grilled mushrooms and bits and pieces, and it's certainly tastier than just chewing on a bit of jerky. And
all right.
At one point, you've got good passive, haven't you?
Yeah, 22.
You're not right next to the road, but you hear a cart from way off that is passing on the path that you would get back on to go back to the city. And the boggle looks at you and immediately dashes round behind you and goes, "Sorry, I'm going to hide, darling."
That's okay, darling. Is that who she said was going to come today? Do you know who it is? Do you know anything about it?
I'm afraid I wasn't privy.
Okay.
But I don't know. Was there anything? I don't know. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to know anything. I just didn't know if you saw anything. If they may be dangerous people. Can Nix do some quick sort of rough maths of okay, if they're going past now, it's going to take them X amount of time to get there, see it's on fire, and then maybe come rushing back this way, in which case, should we go now? Or
you had travelled to this camping spot. You've been walking for a fair few hours.
Okay.
So it would be hours there and then hours back. So you're fairly safe.
Okay.
Just hear talking, kind of.
Can I get any closer to peep?
Stealth. And then roll perception.
This is not good. It's not a good idea. But Moon, you're gonna help me because I'm rolling at disadvantage because I have a point of exhaustion, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh well, I rolled 2 5s. 4 on my guidance dice though, so that's 11 for stealth. Oh, and oh bloody hell, that's a.
Oh bloody hell!
Oh bloody hell! What's 18 plus 7? 25 on my perception.
Okay. You see this cart, which is like a very common passenger cart that goes between cities. It's like, I remember that you haven't actually. It's the beginning of Skyrim when you've got like a cart which has 2 benches of, you know, everyone knows that.
Lydia, if this has been an 11 episode D&D campaign Skyrim meme, then I'm gonna be fucking livid. If this cuts now to fade to black to the fucking Skyrim meme, I'm gonna be absolutely devastated.
Oh damn, I love that ugly game so much. You just see that a cart, it's got benches on either side, and it's really packed full of people. And I'd say with that really good perception, people in the cart are custers. 4 on each bench, so 8 in the back, and they are wearing the uniform of custers, and they're all talking. And one who is like listening to somebody else like tell a joke, like starts to laugh, and then looks you dead in the eye and goes, "Oi, oi, it's the pretty girl in the bushes!" And they all turn around and look at you and start like waving, like, "Oi, oi, what are you all about?"
She just backs away into the bushes, like. Ugh.
Yeah, there's like one of them's like, "Oi, try to stop the carriage. There's someone there." And that particular one that saw you is like, "All right, boys, I'll catch up," and like hops off the back of the carriage and starts like running into the bushes. All right. It's like a human guy, like quite a lot of long tousled like black hair, tanned skin, like a scruffy beard. What are you doing out here?
Michelle's going, okay.
Alright. Sorry.
You're married.
I know. I was more. That's not what I was planning. I thought he was going to be more upfront, and Nix was going to do a whole. Shall we run off to get married now? Is that? You've wooed me, my good sir.
What are you doing out here, love? This is a long way from civilization.
Yeah, I'm camping.
What, like a holiday or something? What are you camping for?
What's it to you? What are you doing out here? What are custers doing?
Oh, we're travelling to get some like specialist training.
Don't wink at me, young man. Do never wink at me again.
I'm sorry. Do you not like it?
Look, if you do that again, I will take your eye out.
Oh fuck.
Look, who's?
Well, I didn't mean nothing by it. Just wasn't expecting to see, you know. Wasn't expecting to see someone, you know, that.
Look, who?
Well, lads, I'm coming.
No, wait.
What's
Who
jogging
sent
on?
you? Well, I'm like, why?
Work. That work sent me.
For specialist training. And what is this training?
I don't know. What's it to you?
I'm just wondering why they're sending you out to the middle of nowhere. Do you even know where
There's
you're
like
going?
a campground here or something. I'm gonna get like, you know, when you get like real hardcore. Like, I'm gonna get a pay rise from coming back like super strong or something. I don't really know. We were just told that if we like do specialist training, we get like a pay rise.
Look. I'm gonna go back to my camp and you lot carry on. But can I give you some advice and will you please listen to me?
Got a feeling I'm gonna get an earful. All right then, come on.
One, don't catcall, okay? Don't yell at random women. Just don't do it. Alright?
Alright.
Okay, well that wasn't the main one, but you know, it's just apparently you need to be taught some manners. Number 2, it's not going to be exactly what you expect when you get there, and I think it's maybe safer if you just stay there for a bit. Or maybe don't stay there. Don't stay there. That wouldn't really work. But I can't...
Hang on a minute. What's going on here? You're not camping. What do you know about the... Are you someone from the training centre?
Okay, I don't know if I can trust you, so...
You can't trust me.
Oh, I can't... Oh, okay. Oh, alright, well...
Well, only in the sense that, like, we just met and you told me off.
Fair. Alright, maybe we got off on the wrong foot, but I have to admit that was your fault. You know, I was just, like, checking what was going on and then you yelled at me, so... Just... Something funny is going on and you can't trust the people above you.
Are you telling me there's bent coppers?
Oh, absolutely. Goes all the way to the top.
Coppers?
What are you talking? Can you roll persuasion?
I certainly can. Moon
We've
guide
suddenly
me.
slipped into Line of Duty, and I've not even watched that program, so can't pastiche shit very well.
It's
Oh,
apparently
shit.
very good.
I rolled well. I rolled what am I persuasion? Oh, I have no.
I rolled what am I rolling?
What
A D20, right?
I rolled a 15 with disadvantage. So
You love to see it.
All right.
look, just question what's actually happening and where the people that are sent to training. Question what actually happens to them.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, now that I think about it, they kind of said that other people had done it, but I don't really remember other specialist trained custodians, so doesn't really add up, does it?
No.
So how do you know about all of this then? How do you know so much?
Well, not exactly the same, but let's just say I was sent for specialist training, and I know what happened.
All right, well, you look like you've done well for yourself.
Nyx is exhausted and still bleeding. Well, not like, no, I haven't really. Look, I'm just trying to help you out, okay?
Yeah, all right. You know, and I realised that we got, you know, as you say, you know, we got off on a bad foot and everything, but if you're ever in Narroway Haven, yeah? Just ask for Jensen, yeah?
Jensen.
Everyone knows me. Everyone knows me.
Jensen? Right, okay. Alright, Jensen.
Button?
Jensen Button, is that your name?
Do you fucking... How do you know me?
Oh, I've been in Arroway Haven for a little while. People have been... You know, you're not quite what I expected, actually, Jensen.
I feel like there's a lawsuit coming our way.
Yes, because ex-British Formula 1 racing driver Jensen Buttons watches this stream.
It's slander. They made me a cop. Look, alright, I will look out for you, Jensen.
Just like, he looks about for a second and he picks this, like, this tall, like, iris looking flower, and he hands it to you, and he goes, don't forget me, yeah?
Oh, I won't. I think I'll give this to my wife when I see her.
Right. And then he kind of steps back and goes, fair dues, and then he goes, I dropped that, I think it's poison. Fuck, my hand really hurts. Guys, wait, and he goes running down the path, and you start to feel a tingle in your fingers as you're holding this, like, bright orange looking, like, iris thing.
I'll drop it and just be like, oh shit. Okay, I'll rush back to camp. Are they gonna go then, or I'm just gonna leave them? They'll do whatever. Jensen doesn't.
Yeah, he's run back. The carriage had already gone up the
Okay.
thing, and he's just gone sprinting after them. There's about another hour or so of sleep. Hannah's already up and sitting and quietly talking with the Boggle.
How old did this guy look? Like Jensen?
Oh.
Just because
Probably like 22.
Oh, okay. Hannah probably wouldn't know him then. Okay. Then I'll just relay it to Hannah. You know, like they were sending more custers. I warned one of them. I don't know what they'll do, but
All right. Fuck, so they're still doing it. It's weird.
why is
You know,
that
I've been
weird?
thinking about it, and you know, I was.
They sent her.
I went to go and sign up, you know, I was in the steward's hall trying to wangle myself an interview because, you know, I got no, like, experience in anything like that. So I thought it was a long shot that I would get the job. But they said they put me on a list. I should come back. And then this other person approached me and said that that not only could I have the job, but I'd be in better standing and come in with better money if I went for this special training. So it wasn't actually, you know, it occurs to me now. You know, I didn't have the job when they sent me to this thing. That could have just been anyone.
Who was this person that approached you?
I don't know. It was a human person,
Okay.
a bloke. Like, I sort of forget what he looked like now, and I feel really stupid because when I think about it, I assumed, you know, because like he was dressed all nice, I assumed he was part of, you know, the whole Custer thing. I thought he was like a proper person, and now that I think about it, just a person, just a bloke.
So is it not necessarily other Custis that was sending you and has sent them, but someone pretending, maybe?
I don't know, it could have been, but now that I think about it,
Do you
know,
think?
there were 3 of us that went that week. We went there.
Do you know who the other two people were?
No, I think they must have died.
I just find it. I'm just wondering if there are any people in Arroway Haven that are, you know, missing friends or family, or, you know, do you have any family in Arroway Haven?
Well, I don't really. I haven't got any family at all. It was always just Kath. That's why we kind of, you know, that's why I wanted to become a Custer. I didn't have any family. It's just me and her.
Maybe that's why they picked you, though. Because nobody would miss you if you didn't come back.
It's pretty shit, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because no one would put up a wanted, like a missing sign or anything.
Wait,
That's
that's
Kath.
Yeah,
But now that I think about it, you know, me and Kath had only been like going out for a couple of months.
But also, so there's got to be someone out there cleaning up these missing people. You know, I don't know what Kath knows. You know, she may think you just ditched and left town, but you know, she may also have just heard you were sent somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she knew that I was going for training. I told her we were going to set up our lives together, you know, when I got back, good salary and everything.
I I'm wondering if
don't know.
anyone does come back from these training. Jensen said he didn't remember anyone having come back.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen a pastor in your life that had magic? No.
No. I mean, I've only seen them quite recently, but they've been, no offence, quite useless actually.
I mean, yeah.
Um,
Tough job though, innit?
yes, but I would say the bar is low, and yet they brought shovels.
That's probably right.
So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with them. They're going to get there and see a burning building, but I feel like at least I've let Jensen know not to trust people. He said I should ask after him if we want to speak to any more people. But
Did you give him your name?
No, I didn't really want to. He was a bit, he was like sort of charming, but a bit over the top. So you're going to come back to Arroway Haven with us, right? I think as soon as the boys are awake, we should really head out, and you can stay with us until you're ready.
I don't know. I think I should maybe. Let's see how it goes, yeah? Because there were times, in my cell where I tried to escape a few times, and I ended up hurting myself or other people. I don't seem to have control over what happens around me when I try and do things,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's a good idea to put me in the city.
Yes, maybe not. That information had slipped my mind. But our friends, Dina and her friend, whose name I've forgotten, they may, at the very least, know who to take you to for help. This is.
Right, brilliant.
I think this is maybe what they deal with, or at least would. They'd know more. Look at us, and I gesture to Serge and Cam. I've forgotten half my life, and they've lived most of their life in underground. Like, we don't know that many people. Don't really know how this stuff works.
I feel very lucky indeed that I can remember my life then.
Yeah, yes. At least, yeah.
Right, well, should we get these boys up and start walking?
Yes, we should.
I'll get the farm ready, yeah?
Yeah, if you get the farm ready, that'd be great. In that chat, can I have just spent some time going over her wounds and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, she's got a lot of scars and she's extremely underweight. She's got dark circles under her eyes, but she, her toes, or where her toes are missing, looks much less infected now. So she's on the mend for sure. Cool.
Yeah. I'll wake the boys up.
All right, everyone gets up.
Awake.
How are you feeling?
Fuck you, Nicky. How am I feeling, Lydia?
Better.
Really
hungry.
I feel a little bit more solid right now. I'm sorry about that.
No, not
is
a
there
problem.
anything to eat?
You did a skewer with like a whole load of different mushrooms on it, with like herbs and stuff on the outside by the boggle.
Oh, thank you. What's your name? Sorry.
Well, she calls me Botch, but not my actual name.
Well, we won't call you Botch then.
My name's Balian.
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 Valiant, right?
Balian. Balian.
Valiant?
Balian. Like
Balian.
Galleon, but with a B.
Okay. Well, it's lovely to meet you. I'm Serge. This is Cam. This is Nix. And that's Hannah. But you might know her already. I don't know.
Actually, I don't really, but good. Thank you for rescuing me.
Hey. It's all right. It's, you know, I'm sure you would do the same if you were, you know, us. That was weird. I'm sorry.
No, you're. You're all right. Where are we, and what is this place? I've been meaning to ask.
Well, I mean, this is the woods, but we're going to Arroway Haven, I think, if you know that.
And is Arroway a country?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think it's quite small to be a country. I think it's like a town, or like a city, at the very least. At the very most. At the very most.
Yep. I'm finding myself not really knowing what to do with myself. Have you, this is going to sound a little odd, but have you ever seen anyone like me before?
Yeah, we have. In a fairly similar situation to yours, to be fair. I hate to be that person, but because I know that you might not have known them just because you're a boggle. I know that, but at the same time, like, would you know this person if, like, it seems like a bit of a coincidence. I'm not just trying to be like, you look the same, but you are in pretty much exactly the same position. So I don't think it's being racist. At the very least, it might be like inadvertently, like, you know, like a really, really, really old person might be. But if it is that, it's still not excusable, and I apologize. Would you know them? I'm talking too much. Sorry.
Let me not beat around the bush. All this is not like where I'm from. My family and I are actually criminal and were banished from our home and given to people here. And now I don't really know what to do with myself.
What? Sorry. What sort of crimes were you kicked out for?
Sorry, what sort of crimes?
I'm tired.
You were trying to cross the border, weren't you?
Fuck you, Nikki!
I'm sorry, I just wish to know if we've got like a...
Sounding to
It's a rather long story, and but it wasn't. It It is a rather long story.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that we're all walking and talking.
Yeah,
while we're
yeah, I've
doing
got
this,
everyone up
And the
and-
day's kind of moving on. And this boggle tells you a story of living in a whole other plane of existence where the courts and rule of law is very complicated and very tricksy.
Yeah.
And this boggle's whole family was prosecuted for something so complicated that not even the family understood what they were being prosecuted for.
Yeah.
And they were not only banished but sold into servitude to somebody in the material plane.
Okay.
And then the family was separated once they got here. And so Allium is sort of not sure if there's even a place for them to exist here, and whether they should go and find their family.
Was it copyright law? They were.
Well,
Sorry, I'm just.
As you say copyright law, Valiant goes, yeah.
It was fair use under commentary. It was parody.
Right.
I have a question. Sorry. Nikki has a distinct memory of the boggle that was in our residence, not speaking, and definitely not sounding like Ballium. Is that I'm wrong in that?
You don't. Your boggle was non-verbal.
Yeah. Okay. So either our boggle was different, or this one has maybe been awakened,
Oh, maybe.
which is the correct past tense for that spell. It is
Okay.
not awoken.
Okay. He's been awakened.
It's like hanged and hung.
Right. Well, look. I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but in the escape, when we escaped from our place like that, the boggle that we knew didn't make it. I apologise if that was a family member. He didn't really talk. They didn't really talk, so I couldn't tell you what their name was. But regardless, I'm sorry.
Thank you for telling me. I assumed we would never meet again. Maybe.
But hey, if it's any consolation, I think we're all trying to find people that we once knew. So if you wanted to keep on keeping on with us, I'm sure there's a space that we can make for you.
Well, that is very good news. I won't lie, I had a dream last night that I went to a town and was chased out with sticks and pitchforks. So I'm not quite sure what to expect, but I'm game. I'm game. Whatever happens.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But
Yeah. I think hopefully people will be kind enough. As long as I think you don't excrete on their carpets, I think it will be fine.
just wear
Better
wellies.
control over my excretions, so I can prevent it from happening.
Okay.
Let's get him a little Halle Berry style Catwoman catsuit.
Yes.
We can just get you some Crocs. It's fine. The shoes that specifically have holes in them. I think during the time that it takes us to start journeying, I am going to thematically figure out that I can identify as a ritual. I'm sort of like looking at the rod that I have in front of me, and I'm kind of like looking at all the sort of nooks and crannies, seeing that there's like a little button, a button similar to the one that is on the rod that I carry, and I'm presuming that within that 10 minutes, it kind of dawns on me somehow that what this item does.
I'll say this: you wouldn't be able to cast the ritual of identify while you're walking and talking. So we'll say the day pushes.
Are we not on the farm currently?
Well, even then, like it's kind of have to be seated, and you have to draw out like
Cool.
glyphs and stuff like that. So, but what I will say is, you can either do it when you stop for lunch, or stop to eat, or for a loo break or something, or you can do it towards the end of the day when you camp again. Because you'll need to travel for another full day, and then you'll get into, if it takes you the same amount of time that it took you on the way in, you'll get back to the city about noon.
I think this will be like an active sort of thing of like looking at it and trying to figure out what it does. I'll say that I cast Identify as a spell, like an action spell for this.
Have you got a pearl? I think you have got a pearl from the house.
Yeah, I did have a pearl. Oh, sorry if I've just disappeared.
You have
two seconds. Sorry. Am I back? Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
there he is.
Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I had a pearl as a piece of jewelry, but I could be wrong.
I've got a memory that I put pearls in your path. Pearls in your path.
Let's say I do.
I mean,
if it's okay.
I'm going to look back and make sure. If not, we'll figure it out. But I think in the loot.
Use it, but I'm pretty sure I had like we got like a ring or something. No, that doesn't sound like.
I think you picked up a bag of gems at the house before you burnt it down. So there's something in there. It's just whether Nyx has gone through all of that stuff yet.
I haven't written anything down about it, but let me have a look.
We can give it a miss until we properly have a look through.
I'm just going to go back and have a quick rummage, because I remember you did really well from the.
Yeah, we found a bag of
gems
gems and coins in the fireplace.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just wrote money. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we haven't.
Oh, you probably
counted it
wouldn't,
out.
because I just said you got a pouch of coins because you didn't open it and count it, so I didn't
Yeah.
tell you how much you got.
Yeah.
In that case,
Would you like to
we
know?
haven't. Oh.
Now that you're camping again for the night, unless there's anything else, I can let you know what's in that pouch.
Yeah,
No.
let us know what's in the pouch.
Yeah.
There is 5 platinum pieces, 1,075 gold pieces, 34 silver, 66 copper pieces, 2 diamonds, 3 pearls, an emerald, a sapphire, and an eternity ring with emeralds
Wait, what?
in it.
Eternity ring.
Jesus.
So yes, we have at least one pearl.
And a locket.
Okay.
You had that. I think you might have seen that, but there's a locket as well.
Oh.
I got the locket.
Had ginger hair in it.
Yeah, I got a sack of things with some braces, gold teeth, a locket with hair, spectacles, shoes, and various empty pouches, as well as a bunch of journals. So yeah.
Wild
okay,
question, but because I can't identify or magic any of this shit, does this hair look like my hair?
Yeah.
Roll a.
Okay.
Roll dice.
Just roll a dice. See what happens. I'll give you some guidance.
A perception.
Okay.
Have a 2 to that.
Okay. Let's see. Are you my dad?
Are you my dad?
Perception, yeah?
Yeah.
19.
This is a far brassier orange to your hair, but the thing that you do get on a 19 is the knowledge that this isn't hair so much as fur.
Like from a fur bulb.
Like, is it similar in sort of like makeup than as mine, or is it more like coarse or thicker quilling?
It's fur.
It's quite. It's kind of smooth and it's almost shiny. So it's not like yours. Yours has got yours is soft and a bit wavy, and this is like kind of thick and shiny.
Is it like oily?
Is it like wee?
Oily.
Oily? No. No, it's not oily.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fur doesn't.
If it was oily, I would have gone for like a sea lion or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Why?
It could be like a minotaur or a tabaxi
Oh.
or like.
Yeah, but if it was oily, it could easily have been like a semi-aquatic animal.
Yeah.
Hmm.
True.
Yeah. Anyway, I think for sort of 10 minutes, I'm gonna sit with the rod. I think I realise that I know stuff about it, and at that point, I sort of look up and go, "Oh, shite! This thing is quite powerful. I can kind of see that it's like magical, if that makes sense."
You look at the pearl that you were holding while you were like thinking about it, and it's become a pebble. It's no longer a pearl.
What?
I think you expend. Do you not? Am I wrong?
No.
You can just keep using the pearl. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That fucking terrified me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that I might be able to like see if it's magical?
Wait, here, Nix is like swaying, being very tired, and she's just gonna dump a bunch of stuff at Serge's feet, and then go, I'm actually going to I'm very tired. I need to do my thing. There was a jeweled necklace from her, a chain headband, a wand. There was an orb, but I have a feeling it was probably just an arcane focus.
Orb.
Although I did grab a orb from the place.
An orb to go, or
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. In that case, Lydia, over the next 40 minutes, I'm going to cast it on. I can't count. The next 50 minutes, I'm going to cast it on one of the orbs, the braces that I found, the necklace, the headband, and the wand.
Beautiful.
Do I get pings on any?
You do. The necklace is an amulet of health. The headband is a headband of intellect. And the wand is a wand of the War Mage, +1. And the orb, is it the orb that the little orb or the orb?
Horb.
Though you don't get a full, you don't, because it's not strictly speaking a magic item, but what you do get is a very clear concept that this is like a prison for arcane energy. It will pull arcane energy in and it will focus it into a person, and it feels really potent.
Okay.
But in a kind of natural way, like a mineral. It's not like it doesn't feel like it's been man-made too much. I mean, obviously it's man-made because you saw how it was man-made, but it's not really like a magical item where somebody has sat down and used arcane ability to create a magical item. This is a thing that naturally is made of stuff that has arcane abilities to it. Yeah.
Okay. So the necklace is amulet of health. The headband is intellect. You got the wand of the war mage. Also the braces. Were the braces anything?
The braces are braces of defense.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Defense. I'm assuming that during when Nix goes to sleep, I'll have probably said to Cam, like, buddy, are you okay to take the first watch whilst I look at some of these things, and then
his will take watch till Nix wakes up. It's okay.
Okay. There's some stuff here.
Yes, I see.
I think could help us. I think maybe we wait until Nix is up before we go through it all. But how are you feeling, buddy? You okay?
He's maybe has bruise inside. He's like maybe sore, but he's not like the arms or the legs. But he's okay. He's Chamomile worried that everybody has someone to find, and Chamomile he's already found, and then he's maybe we find the people, and then Chamomile not have his friends. But that's maybe tomorrow. His Chamomile doesn't want to say to make you not go. Chamomile, Chamomile. He worry. He's sometimes Chamomile have silly thoughts.
Look, Cam, I can't talk for Nix at all, but the people that I'm trying to find, I barely have a memory of them. I don't really know who they are. Maybe I did once, but I definitely have memories with you. I have experience of life that you are a part of. If family is about shared experience, then I found mine. You don't need to worry about me gallivanting off into the sea. I mean, what would I do as a fucking farmer? I wouldn't want that.
His maybe you can sing songs to the farmers, and then they go, "He's such a nice song. He's extra sea tomatoes."
Yeah, sure, but I can do that to you. But I can do that with you.
Yes, I know. He's just maybe some of the memories days not so good, and then maybe he's okay. He's just like sometimes there's the little Cam. He's inside and he says these mean things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tell that little Cam to fuck off, because I'm staying around you for a while now.
Chamomile is happy.
I love you, bud.
Chamomile loves you too.
I'm gonna get some sleep because my arse still fucking hurts. Sleep well, bud. And I think I'll like put my head like on your
On my lap or
thick,
something,
thigh and just sort of like go to sleep.
Thick.
He thick.
He thick. Thick boy. He thick with 1K.
It's good shit.
Oh goodness.
While you are asleep,
Yes.
the boys chortling across the. Nyx dreams while she trances.
Wait, what? Did you say I scream? Oh, I dream. I Nick's scream.
She's been
I know
screaming for 4 hours, all the way during that touching conversation. Nyx is screaming in full voice.
Lydia sent me in.
He's sometimes cameraman.
Such a peaceful trance.
He's
so
okay. He's just like sometimes.
She becomes more and more like her real self every day. Screaming her head off. As you go into your trance that you slip into pretty quickly because you feel so tired, you are back in that room. The stone walls, the blue ore ribboning through it. There is still more stuff. There's more furniture here. There's a chair and a table. There's a mirror on the wall. That same cabinet that was there. These little glowing pebbles are all around the door on the far side. And there is Yvain, waiting kind of patiently. She looks like a little different. Maybe a little tired in comparison to the last time that you saw her.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. And she pulls you into an embrace. I missed you.
I'm sorry.
Been a little while.
I know. I'm sorry. We got into a fight, and then the boys were so tired and they needed to rest, but I didn't feel safe trancing. I wanted to keep an eye, and I was hoping if I could rest, then maybe I could focus and maybe figure out some way of getting a message to you. But I'm here now.
You mustn't apologize. You've got a life to lead. You can't sleep the whole time. I just I hope you don't mind. I've been kind of having a rummage to find stuff out.
No, by all means.
There's some of these, I think you've noticed. What are these blue ones? She lifts up some of the pebbles that are blue.
Well,
What are these?
I think do you know my companion Serge?
No.
Well, I haven't told you. Oh my goodness. So Serge and Cam, they were sort of held against their will like I was. And Cam had it a bit differently, but I think they messed around with Serge's head as well, and I have a feeling I think they're his memories. I don't know, but he's the only other person with blue skin.
All right. Okay. It's just, I've been going back through that door to try and find out stuff, and sometimes it doesn't feel right really seeing someone else's life, just to be sure. And she like pushes the door open, and looking through, you see this. One second. She opens the door, and you see this boy running panicked through underwater fields of kelp. And that boy is very definitely a young version of Serge. You're now seeing it from it, whereas before you were looking out of his eyes and looking at arms. Now you're looking like when you saw the wedding scene, you saw from a perspective, an outside perspective. You're now seeing Serge running and like pushing his way through the kelp fields. And she shuts the door again because she feels like it's inappropriate to intrude on his memory. Is that him?
Yeah, it looks just like him.
Well, we should maybe try and get his thoughts back to him. I've been sort of making a pile. She like opens a drawer and it's just like full of fucking blue pebbles.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I couldn't put them chronologically because they don't stack, but that's the blue ones that I could find.
I mean, you've done a great job of gathering them all together. Thank you.
I'm going to be really honest. It's purely selfish. I get to the good stuff, that's about me.
Have you found any good stuff?
Let's take a look. And she opens the door again. And this time you see again the memory that you've already seen, but she takes you by the hand and like leads you through it. And on the other, like somewhere in amongst the trees, where you can kind of see the scene of you and her being married in that moonlit glade again, by the Goliath. But there's a door in amongst the trees, and she opens it up, and you push through into a new image. And for a second, you think that you're back in the first room, because it is this stone room with the blue ore ribboning through it. But then you realize this room doesn't have any pebbles in it, and it's fully furnished. There is beautiful, ornate wardrobes and paintings on the walls, and there's a gorgeous 4-poster bed with you in it, like holding the covers up to your chin. And it takes you a second, like you look at yourself twice, because your hair's like in rags, like in curlers, like these little rags are all around your head, making you look quite kind of like odd and not like you at all. And there is a drow man in the doorway that just says, looking at the Nyx that's in bed, "Good night, Nyx. We'll speak more of this in the morning, my dear." He just sort of smiles thinly and leaves and shuts the door. And you see the Nyx that's in bed, like almost counting the moments as after the door shut, and then she pulls the covers off, and she's like fully dressed underneath, and she goes running to a window, which is essentially like a porthole tunnel type thing into the stone. She's dressed in this like gray silver, like dress that is draped silver material, like in the fashion of like I guess like a toga. And you are like pulling the stupid fucking rags out of your hair, and your hair's coming tumbling down, and you crawl through this like window type crawl space until you are out the other side. And as viewers, you immediately shift into a new scene, which is the other side, which is the side of a mountain high up. You can see over the top of the canopy of trees, and the moon is bright and high, and you see her take a few like good deep breaths of night air, and you look up at the moon that is large and bright, and you just take off running down the mountainside with your dress and your like hair like flowing behind you. And you enter into the forest that's at the base of the mountain, darting between the trees, just like running and enjoying the night air. And you are like this kind of white rabbit, like darting through the kind of undergrowth. And then suddenly you come to this abrupt stop, like skidding to a halt just before you come into a clearing, essentially, because you have seen that there is somebody in the clearing that just comes jogging in, and it's Yvain. As she was when you first met her, that bouncy white bob, curly bob, her like lightly dressed leather outfit, and she is jogging in, and you like skid to a halt, and you like look around, and you are very shocked to see somebody like in this moment, which was very much about you and something that you do to like enjoy your time, and then suddenly there's this person in your special place, and you go to like turn around and creep away, but your foot goes, you just hear the beginning of like the breaking of the twig, and you're like, she's gonna see me, and you just like end up scooching down to the ground. But then you realize that you're sort of watching her in the glade, and you don't feel right about that either, but you just sort of stay there like looking over the top of this bush as Yvain is actually like working out in this clearing. Like she's doing pull-ups on a branch. She's like doing sprints across the glade. She is she comes to a point where she pulls this staff off the back of her that's like fixed to her back, and she starts this sort of complex set of moves attacking a tree stump, just through the air, and then finally she brings the staff down, and there's this explosion of like stardust as she just obliterates the tree stump. And you are just still there like, oh fuck, I'm watching, but oh god, she's so fucking hot. You see this like dual expression of like slight shame, but also just total like desire at the same time. And she sort of finishes up by stretching. It's almost like sun salutations, but sort of to the moon. And there's this moment when she's like doubled over, like hands on ankles, like stretching out her hamstrings. And she looks right at you from between her legs, upside down, and like smiles broadly and winks. And just says, are you ever going to talk to me? And Nyx kind of goes, oh no, and like tries to go, but she's like bounds up next to you in a second, and you are like looking up at her, and she's smiling at you, and if you sort of are like mortified, you're like, oh god, I'm so sorry, I was respectfully looking. Oh god, I didn't know that you knew. Oh god. And she just sort of is still smiling, goes, oh yeah, I knew. You're like, why didn't you say anything? And she's like, I'm in the best shape of my life, and she just keeps twirling the staff that she has in her hand. And there is just, she sort of smiles, and you, the observer, watch these two people then go, and they start talking, and you start to kind of loosen up, and Yvain makes you laugh, and you walk through the forest, and it is essentially the first time that you ever meet each other. And Yvain, the observer, Yvain, is like looks to you, and you sort of see this stark difference between the Yvain that you've been meeting in that room, and how she does look tired and a little older than the Yvain that you see in this glade. And she sort of says to you, I knew this night that I wanted to be with you forever. You were like this bright moonbeam trying to hide behind a little bush. So beautiful and luminescent. When you talked to me about your family and your community, and I told you about my tribe, and I walked you back to the mountain, and you didn't want to leave even though the sun was up and your eyes looked really bloodshot. But we spent every dawn together for months after that. I didn't really, I don't know what happened. But what was between us, Nix, it's not common. It was not a common thing. And she opens a door and you step back into the first room. And she pulls you close and just has a moment with you.
I'm just gonna like pull out of it and just look her like right in the eyes and just be like, I'm going to find you. I have to find you. I'm sorry it's taken so long.
No, you know, I'm going to be real honest about what a selfish madam I am, but I'm sort of worried. What happens to me when you find the real one? No, that's really selfish. Forget I said that.
No, it's not selfish. It's a perfectly natural response to have. Maybe you'll always be here with me. Maybe you were always here with me.
Yeah. Probably. I hope she's got a version of you.
Oh, I hope so.
Hey, look, should we try and send you back with some of these?
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of things that, you know, not sure what's going to happen with them, I really feel like I need to get these to Serge. Do you think, if I just... How do I take them out?
I don't know. I don't really know about that kind of stuff. But maybe if we just really want it to happen, you know?
If we just believe hard enough.
Like the power of wanting. Yeah, let's do that.
Can you fucking imagine? Oh, by the way, while I was asleep, I got this box of all of your childhood memories.
Yeah. Maybe I can jump into Serge's dream, give them to him, like...
Crush them up.
It's like cereal.
Yeah.
She pulls the drawer like fully out of the cabinet and places it on the ground and sits cross-legged in front of you and sort of it indicates for you to do the same on the other side. Why don't you roll an Arcana?
Arcana.
Prison purse. That's all I'm saying.
Right, come on. Vane, help me out. Oh, that's in that one. Isn't that fun? Not now, Xbox.
A gentle fuck you to Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you pull out of your trance, you're sitting kind of cross-legged with your hands just gently like in your lap, and you look down and there is a single blue pebble.
I immediately crawl over to Serge, wherever Serge is. And I like just gently like my hand on his chest. A bit excited, a bit nervous, but just like fucking did it, and I'm scared it's gonna go any second. Like she keeps looking down in her hand, like, okay, still there. Serge.
Yeah. What is it?
I've got something for you.
What? I've already got a pearl.
No, put it to your head. Put it to your head.
As soon as you take it, it's not solid when you touch it. As soon as you put your fingers out to it, it passed straight through this blue stone that she's holding, and it seems to like absorb into your fingertips and into your skin, and it's gone. And then, Nyx, what you see is Serge's eyes like roll up into his head, and
What? I don't understand. I don't know.
Oh no, I've killed him. Cam, I've killed Serge.
Imagine if you rolled that 20 and it's just 20 times over.
Serge, You are suddenly transported into a room, underwater, pale, simple walls, no curtains or glass in the window. This room is your childhood bedroom, or the bedroom that you have been occupying since you moved to Iridia, or the waters of Iridia. There is a cocoon-like shape, almost like a little banana that's been peeled at the top, but inside is a very little Surge wrapped in a blanket. These are the sorts of beds that you get underwater. The blanket within the cocoon is just wrapped up round your head. Your tentacle-like hair is just buoyant in the water, and it's dark in here, but there's enough light that comes through the window that you can see that you are maybe somewhere between 8 and 10. You've always had kind of a boyish face. Suddenly, you hear this loud disturbance outside. The cocoon bed slightly billows in the water as lights outside illuminate the room. Explosions and booming noises can be heard, and soon a woman enters. She is strong-looking, curvy. She's a sea elf in her middle years. Modest clothes, loose trousers, a top. Her hair is neatly braided. This is your mother. She swims in with great speed and starts pulling open the cocoon and dragging young Surge out. Surge, who is bleary-eyed and waking up, just about to start complaining about being woken up by his mom. When her voice, she says, "Get up, Surge, sweetheart. You have to run." You are still sort of coming to, but you realize there's urgency to this, and you swim out with her out of the room, out of what is essentially a modest circular dwelling, a farmhouse. You're not so deep underwater that you can't see the moon just about through the water, but you are not deep, deep, deep in the ocean. You hear your mother's voice again. "Run into the fields and hide. Just like we said, my love. Just like I said, I'll go and get Dad. We'll be in there soon as well, so you gotta go though, go, go, go." And you start swimming as fast as you can, and you turn just as you're about to go into the kelp fields, just in time to see this huge looming black creature. It is silhouetted against the moon. It is gargantuan, and it is swimming at speed and then stops fairly abruptly, and suddenly out from the silhouette of it, tentacles come wrapping out, and you just see this huge mass of roiling tentacles, and your mum has sort of turned around and is frozen in fear at this terrible thing that she can see. Behind it, you see there is a boat. You see the sort of bottom of a boat going through the water, and you can see the dart-like movements of harpoons streaming through the water. Some are hitting the creature, some are missing and hitting the top of your house. And just as you are about to turn back and sprint back into the kelp, you see a tentacle. You see your mum's arms raise up to protect herself, and this tentacle comes thumping down, completely obliterating the farmhouse that your mum was standing in front of. And then you turn and you are running through these rope-like kelp fields. And you're back looking at Nyx, who is sort of holding your hands, frightened, because Nyx, you can see all the expressions on his face of fear and terror and determination and everything. All those expressions go across his face, and he opens his eyes, tears streaming.
I just immediately hug him and say, "It's okay."
Well, now I know. And I think I just cry into your shoulder just for a bit.
Don't know what you're crying about, but I understand what it's like to just suddenly have some memory thrown in your head.
Yeah, I think I just sort of sit there for a bit and just sort of cry, and I don't think I tell you.
That's fine.
But I think I just sort of once I've finished, I just kind of wipe my eyes a bit and kind of go, how did you have that?
I don't know. It's all jumbled. There's more. I can try and get you more.
Is there anything like that? I don't think I want them. Thank you for showing me.
I'm just sorry I have them. You don't.
Hey, at least I know they're somewhere. At least I know me ma and me pa are somewhere still. Even if I don't know where they are in the real life, at least I know that they're in your head. That sounds stupid.
No, it's
That sounds stupid.
Your past didn't exist before, and now at least you know a bit of it.
Yeah.
It's not all good necessarily, but it's a part of you. And you're pretty great,
Yeah.
so it's better to know.
Heck off.
I will not. Don't use such language with me. I'm joking.
I feel like it's stupid to say, but you're my family now in Cantu. Whatever memories of mine is still in your head, that won't change anything.
And
I just wanted to say,
I want you and Cam to know too that, look, I need to find Yvain, but apart from her, I think you are my family. It's something I'm not really thinking about too much, but the memory I had of our wedding was beautiful, but it was in secret. So you guys may be the only family I have as well.
well, we still need to find her.
Oh, absolutely. She's, at the very, very least, if she's moved on, she deserves to know what happened to me. I think that's all anyone deserves to know.
I don't think she's moved on. Look at you. You're great.
I am a snack.
What'd you say? I'm a snack.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm a snack.
Nick's
Which is
the
so cool
snack.
and empowering, but when I heard it, I heard, I'm a snack. Which is not cool and empowering at all.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, we'll worry about that. another time. I think I may try getting in touch with her once we get back to the city and we're safe. Speaking of, we should get ready and head out. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Maybe if you can find any more, I'd be happy to. Oh, I think I would like to know more about. Just with a little bit of time. Hey, I got some stuff. We found some of the stuff you found seems pretty powerful. I don't know whether you want to have a look at some of it.
Well, yes. I mean, I think we should definitely divvy up the goods.
Actually, what time is it? I think I'm gonna look around and sort of elbows.
I think it's like early morning, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty early. If you set off in the next hour, you'd be in Arroway Haven by lunch.
I think the divvying out of stuff, I think, probably can be done off camera.
Yeah.
But, we have a little conference, the three of us, and sort of like divvy out some of the bits and pieces that we find.
We have a little fashion show. Like bracelets. Yeah, no. Cam, how does this amulet look on you?
But yeah, otherwise, I think we sort of set off relatively early. We wake Cam up.
Yeah.
Cool. You do the last leg of the journey. You are now out pretty much of the jungle, and the last little bit is open, sandy, soft land with grassy dunes. And you eventually come to see the tall, pale walls of Arroway Haven. Oof, I'd love to push it, but we are hitting 10, so it feels like a good place to call it a night.
We're back in Arroway Haven.
guys.
Hey.
You made
Fucking
it.
hell.
Oh, we did it.
Woo!
Ouch. Well done, everyone.
Well done.
Really well.
Yeah.
What do you need to know?
Look at all those feelings.
Oh, look at all those feelings.
Lydia is slowly descending into darkness, and would you believe it? Given the lighting difference, not only do we have a light pointed direct, like our big light is pointed at Michelle's face, we are centimeters apart.
Yeah, look how much better I look in your camera.
Does Michelle come up as much darker?
Yeah.
And the panel light we have, like the LED, is like pointed at Michelle's face.
But
Nikki's in sort of studio lighting, and Michelle is in sepia tones.
Yeah.
Is kind of.
that's how I live my life.
But thank you very much everyone for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. For sticking with
Thank
us.
you so much. It means the world to everyone here for you sticking around. Thank you ever so much for that.
You would think Michelle's in another room, not like literally here. We'll probably be about in the Discord after this. If people want to chat. Thank you very much everyone for joining us. Thank you very much.
Forget to join us tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Dragon Age, what time?
Lily, what time did we say? Did we say 2 or 3?
Let's decide off stream and say.
Yeah, it'll be 2
You know
or
what?
3 tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon.
I can finally actually sort of like be there for it as well, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All
Love
right.
you loads.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you.